Scorpio Seeker, welcome to my space for now. If you need a skateboard, too bad I can't give it to you because it's not mine. Nice to meet you. My name is Morgainne. This is the Existential Shift where we existentially shift. If you're not prepared for the ride of your life, stay tuned anyway, just be in denial. Sorry, let's start with the runes and then do animal spirit, and then we'll move on to the main portion of this reading, which is the tarot. Okay? Okay. Runes, please, for Scorpio. For now, these readings are timeless, so whenever you're guided. Oh, many runes. We have 4 runes out. Okay. Ahahaha. Hagalas. Uruz, laying down. This is how it is in the upright. Perdro, upright. And Tir or Tiwaz, laying down. Okay. Uh, you're going from stagnation, immovability, to very fast movement that feels almost uncontrollable, like something else is in control, like spirit, the divine, the unknown, the beyond. Um, it's like one event leads to the other. Uh, it's not even things that maybe it's things that you're also partaking in this movement, but it almost feels like you're placed in a position to, well, there's no choice, you have to do this, or it makes sense to, the only thing that makes sense to say or do is this, and it just, this domino effect, this butterfly effect, one serendipitous thing leads to the other, and then you find yourself in fast movement and change that you can't explain. Seems like it has some higher guidance, higher purpose, unclear, and you want to surrender to it because I don't think you have a choice. Not. It's not what I want. It's just what I'm reading, coming from the energy surrounding those of you that this will apply to. T. Okay. It's like you're an active part of this, but you're also like not. You're also like kind of, it's a very strong current. That's the word I was looking for. It's a very strong current that is taking you, and you're kind of surfing on it, and you're surfing well. And you're called to surrender to it with Perdua in the upright. You're called to surrender and to trust, even though it feels very mysterious, unclear. Let's see what the animal spirit want to add for this. Here, please. Animal spirit for my Scorpio seekers. Sun, moon, rising, seeker, seer, shifter. Intuitively guided, bored. I don't know. You're into skateboards, whatever brought you here. Happy to have you. Let's make this for you. There will be a sequel to this. I'll pull more runes, more animal spirit, and more tarot, most importantly. So if you find yourself resonating, if you find yourself inspired, you can continue with this reading if you so choose to. Okay, come on, animal spirit. What's up? Scorpio. Turtle. One more. Okay, 2 more. Tiger and bat. There are some very powerful forces at play here with something to do with your life right now, Scorpio. There is someone who's pulling the strings behind all this, and they're unseen to you right now. They're under the radar. You don't know that they're the ones orchestrating, pulling shots. So when I said earlier, it's guided by spirit, Yes, and now I am not certain that this tiger doesn't have an agenda or some sort of motive behind all of this, but it feels orchestrated in highly intelligent ways. Um, I think you're being utilized as some sort of instrument for something. You might like find yourself suddenly unwittingly a spy. I know it's a big thing. It could be just like a metaphor, but or an example. But it's like so there's a purpose to all of this that you're currently somewhat in the dark about. Maybe you've been in a position at your job or at your school or whatever that was relatively mild and docile, like you weren't expected much of you. You didn't do a lot. You didn't have too much responsibilities. Maybe you were even skipped for promotions, whatever. But then suddenly you're promoted. You get all these responsibilities. You're being sent to speak. Da, 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 da. And it's like a big shift, a big change, right? Um, and you're like, okay, what is going on now? It's okay. It benefits you, but it's still kind of weird. You're like, okay, I believe in myself. I know I'm worthy, but something here, what is going on? Like, why suddenly I'm being given all this either attention or freedom or privileges or powers? You're somehow utilized for something. I'm not yet sure positive, negative, or how you would analyze that. But there is something behind it for sure. It's not as simple, it's not what it seems. There's more to it. There's more to the story. Isn't there always? Tarot, please show us more, show Scorpio more about this. What's going on in here for Scorpio? Ten of Wands. It's a lot. You're like, I don't know that I can get all this done. I don't know that I can live up to these expectations. I don't know that I should. This feels like more than I bargained for, right? It's more than you bargained for. It's more than you expected. And reasonably so, because there was no reason for you to think they'll suddenly drop all of that on you. Like, but you're carrying it because there's expectation or there's just, you're taken by the current. It's like the momentum, right? It's like inertia. You're in the inertia. You're like, whoa, how did I even get here? How did this happen? Those are a lot of cards. We're going to take it as the whole reading. Okay. We have Strength and King of Wands. Nine of Cups and the Sun. Wow. The Fool and King of Cups. Ten of Cups and the Death card. This is a phenomenal. Whoa. Okay. Ooh. What? Two kings, two tens. Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups. Strength, Sun, Fool, Death. Hold on. I have two white horses here. It's significant for some of you, so whoever needed that as confirmation for anything. Um, Give me one moment. I need to see into something. Literally. Literally. That's what we're doing here. Seeing into things. Okay. You're discovering a purpose, Scorpio. Major important purpose. Something to be proud of, something to be inspired by, something that you're like, how did I go from day to day mundane tasks and kind of feeling numb, maybe, to all of this excitement and purpose and being a part of something that is bigger than me and creating a change and freedom in my life. You might be moving into a life where you have a lot of freedom, freedom to express yourself creatively, um, emotionally, freedom to travel, freedom to spend time with loved ones. It's almost like doors just open. So sorry for the outside noises if you can hear all of that, if you can hear the street. Um, like doors are just opening wide open, and with this force of inertia, you're just through all of them. You're walking through one door after another, where I feel like you come from the experience of feeling like doors are always closed, right? Where you have to knock a long time, or you knock and you're being denied and you gotta go find another door. And suddenly like every door opens up. It's like your luck changes, okay? Um, and you're like, whoa, how? Now back to this was guided by someone and or the cosmos. Whatever the motive was behind it, honestly, I don't know that it matters because it ends up putting you in a position to have this freedom of expression and and fulfillment, experience of fulfillment, and the joy of being able to express yourself freely, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, and kind of shine your light, express your knowledge, right? Express your unique understanding of life. And it leads to like being really appreciated by someone or a community. So you're also gaining a very profound, loving relationship. Um, and this completely alters the course of your life, Scorpio. Completely alters the course of your life. So I suggest, even if you recognize ulterior motives that are not legitimate or not okay behind whoever is giving you this platform, this position, this freedom. Maybe they were hoping for you to do something for them with that. And maybe you will, maybe you won't. That depends on you and your circumstances and what you believe and what you think and what exactly is going on. But regardless, you will be able to do you. You will be able to do you. Um, and find immense amount of freedom of movement and relief. Um, it's like landing into yourself. This is incredible. Anything else about this? Like more information, more detail, guidance maybe for Scorpio for this? You want to look at the cards? Oh no, I don't know if this arrangement supports this. Let's see. Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. There we go. Okay. What else can you tell Scorpio about this, please? This feels like a magical reading. Is there anything to be cautionary regarding this energy here that we're not certain about their motive? Any more information about that? This tiger feels very demanding. Um, I think they're going to give you something or do something for you, and their intent will be X, but then you'll manage to transform it or utilize it or transmute it into something else that is better for you and for I'm hearing what's right, what's true, what's good. It's like they're hoping that you'll serve them in some way by given these responsibilities or whatever, and then you end up not. You end up going with, with your moral compass or something like that. It kind of reminds me of the story of Esther, Queen Esther, which is the story behind Purim. Purim is like a Jewish holiday that, let me tell you about this so you understand. It's a good example. So it's like the equivalent to Halloween, where you dress up and wear costumes and just have fun. Very celebratory. But the story behind it, pretty much the great majority of Jewish holidays are about historic events and commemorating them in one way or another. There's a joke that says that every holiday is about they tried to kill us, we won, let's eat. Pretty much. So the story of Esther, this is a long time ago in the kingdom of Persia. You know it today as Iran, but in the ancient kingdom of Persia, there were Jews there, and this is thousands of years ago, okay? And the king, Ahasuerus was his name, and this is real events. You can research this. So he was a king, and he was searching for a new queen, and so he asked to have the most beautiful women in the kingdom be presented to him because he wanted to marry the most beautiful one. Okay, so indeed, all the beautiful women were gathered and presented to him. One of them was Esther. And he chose her because he saw her as the most fair, the most beautiful, and he chose her as his queen. Okay. So she's a queen, and she so happened to also be Jewish. But he didn't choose her from that. He didn't even know that about her. So comes a time where one of his closest advisors, his name was Haman, like many characters, unfortunately, throughout history, that suddenly desired to get rid of all the Jews in the kingdom, rile them up and unalive them. So he went to the king Ahasuerus and was like, I think we should do this to all of them. And he was like, okay, all right. So they started going with it. What did Esther do? I mean, she was chosen as a queen into this incredible position of power for her beauty. Nothing to do with saving lives or ending up doing something historic of historic magnitude that will be celebrated for millennia. What she did is she was smart about it because you had to be smart about it. She went to her king, her husband, and told him, your advisor, Haman, is plotting to kill your queen. He's plotting against you behind, no, sorry. She said, he's plotting against you behind your back. And he's like, what do you mean? Why would he do that? No, 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 that can't be. How? No, he asked how. Good job, man. That's how you do it. A woman comes and tells you something that you don't understand. Instead of like canceling it, just be like, how so? And then we'll break it down for you. We will. But if you don't even bother to ask us how, we'll be like, oh, they don't deserve to know. Okay, so he asks her, how so? And she's like, well, he told you he wanted all of my people unalived for you to take their life. He's like, what? And that includes me. That means that I will have to perish with them. You'll have to take your own queen's life. And he's like, what are you talking about? And she's like, I'm a Jew. So what did he do? He went and he placed judgment on Haman and as for treason and of course took his life. instead of, she saved an entire community. She saved an entire people from, I hate having to say unalived, but this is the platform where we're on. So in order to be, you know, this is how we speak here. But you're getting my point. So from a position of, a lot of power for reasons that she managed to utilize it to do incredible good. So Scorpio, that's what I'm picking up for you. Maybe not something as on such a big scale. Maybe so. Maybe you will find yourself in a position to do something that saves lives or that corrects an injustice. It could be anywhere from a small scale to a big scale. But the principle of you're given an opportunity to a responsibility, power, leadership, even just a small mission, and you utilize it to good. You still have to use your mind though, and take the opportunity to do so once it comes up. So maybe you already know what I'm talking about. Maybe it's going to play out. Maybe this reading is kind of seeing a little bit forward. Save this reading, come back if it plays out. Please let us know in the comments. And yeah, because the cards here are magnanimous. There are very magnanimous cards, very positive cards, and a lot of incredible energy. So I think this is fantastic. I am going to continue this reading right now. I'm going to pull more cards, clarify more runes, animal spirit, all of this. If you're up for that, you will find it in two places. One on Patreon, where you can purchase this sequel separately if you just want this one. And you'll have it linked below or right here, or also right here on the screen. And you can also find it for unlimited streaming alongside all the other sequels on channel membership, tier shifter and above. Above, there's also golden ratio that will include these sequels and tarot masterclass, how to become a catalyst tarochi. Tons of good stuff. So check out what works best for you. The monthly membership, you can cancel at any time. You'll have unlimited access to all of it. So everything is here and linked below. Stay magic, stay true, stay free. If you've lasted this far and this long, you are a part of the shift. So subscribe if you're new. I love you. Bye for now.